curly friends. My name's Nicole. You probably see me answering some questions and stuff. No pro by any means, but I've had some people ask about how I get the volume in my hair, so I'm going to share that with you today. I'm going to start with my routine. I will tell you, I already started this video once, and instead of pausing, it stopped, so I had to start over. So I'm not sure if my snakes will show when we take this down, but if not, I'll post the original first part in the comments just so you have it. Okay, my routine, I use the Salon Care for my conditioner, or sorry, for my co-wash. I scrub for about 5 to 10 minutes, usually 2 songs, about a minute or 2 with this. I like it because the bristles are nice and bendy. I got it on Groupon. It doesn't hurt my head, so I really like this one. Then I condition with the conditioning balm. And then with those 2 products, I just don't do a lot of technique. I've tried the squish to condition. I've tried a lot of different techniques, and none of them seem to work for my hair. As you know, everybody's hair is completely different. What works for me won't work for you, possibly. So try it. And then with the conditioner, I put it in, leave it for a couple of minutes while I do my face, wash my face, all that stuff. Then I rinse it out with cold water. I do rinse it out with cold water. I found that works best. Then from there, I squish in product. Today I did do a little bit of leave-in, so I'm not sure how that's going to turn out, just because my hair has been a little drier throughout the day. Overall, my hair is not, but throughout the day with the wind and the cold, it's been a little drier. So I'm going to try that and see how that turns out. My products. I use the flaxseed gel concoction that I make. If you go to #FridgeFreeFSG, which I'll put here, you can look that up and see exactly what I put in it. Then, hold on. Sorry, I have to keep going back and forth, but all my stuff's over there. Then I put in just a tiny bit of this. So ton of that flaxseed gel concoction, and I squish it in like crazy. If you haven't looked up #LindaVideo, please do that. Changed my life. So I squish that in, then squish this in, really scrunch it in. Once that's done, I plop. So I've plopped for about 2 hours. I went to the store, yes, just like this. There's no shame in my curly game. Came back and did my makeup and messed around in the house for a little bit, and now I'm ready to take it down. Again, I've already taken it down once, but my video messed up, so here we go again. I hope that... Yeah, okay, so my snakes were much tighter when I took it down the first time. So maybe I can post a picture of what that looks like below instead of the whole video. All right, we'll hang that there for now. All right, so I part in the shower after I get the product in my hair, and my hair is flipped over like this. I just gently take, and where my part wants to be, where I want it to be, I just pull my hair right there, and that creates my part. It's not a perfect line, but it does give me the part that I need. And then, as you all know, your hair doesn't always lay right. Like, a lot of mine ends up forward in the plop. So I just take and very gently, very gently. You don't want to disturb really anything. Just take and kind of gently pull. And you ladies that have the cowlick here, this is a good time to take and kind of pull the hair, because I don't have a cowlick, but the way that my plop does, it pulls all my hair from that spot. So you could take and gently put it back where it goes. You don't want to mess with it too much, or you're going to end up with frizz. Okay, so then after this, I'm going to let my hair sit for a few minutes, typically. But because I'm doing this video, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Usually I'll wait about 10 minutes, finish putting on my mascara because I do a couple of coats, and then come back, and that gives it a time to just start to get a little bit of the crunch on the outside. This is where I paused the video before and lost it, so we're not going to do that today. So my hair might not turn out as great as normal. Well, I say it's great. I'm feeling it's pretty great compared to what I've had in the past. So All right, so with the diffuser, I have the Conair Infinity Pro blow dryer and the amazing, the amazing Orchid diffuser. I love this combo. It works great. So what I do is I do this upside down. I'm not going to do a lot of talking while I have it on, so that's why I'm trying to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip my hair. There's all different ways. Some people do the pixie method, which is you take and you put it in one place, turn it on, and you leave it there till basically your hair is dry. I've tried that method. It doesn't work for me. It makes my curl pattern weird. Works great for my daughter. She does that one. It works wonderfully. Other people take and put it on, turn it on, leave it for 10 seconds and take it off. I've tried that too. It works fine. That one works really good. The method that I do works for me. And so, again, those are other methods you can play around with if this doesn't work. I don't get a lot of frizz. I do some at my roots just because I mess with them a lot to get the volume, but it's not bad, but I don't care. I'm more after the volume than I am the smooth. So, I'm a Texas girl. What can I say? Okay, so flip my hair. And I'm just going to start and turn my diffuser on, and I'm going to start diffusing. I've got it on warm, not hot, but warm, and I'm going to do low. As you see, I'm only doing a few seconds in each spot because I'm really trying to get that curl to form. I don't worry about too much of anything right now because I'm going to do Smasters, and that's going to kind of start everything all over but give me more curl. So I'm going to pause you for now. Just keep doing this. Stay upside down this whole time, and then you're just going to like flip over and keep doing until your hair's about, I do 50%, give or take. So I'm going to pause you, and hopefully we don't have to start over this time. I'll be back. I just wanted to mention again, I'm still working on diffusing, but it just occurred to me. Again, if you are having problems with frizz that you do not want, it is suggested that you put the blow dryer on your head, turn it on. Sorry, I hope you can hear me over the blow dryer. Turn it on for about 10 seconds, or however long you want to leave it. Turn it off, let the motor stop completely, and then take it back off. That really does help with frizz. I notice less at my roots, but again, you'll see why I'm not concerned with it when we do the rest. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm just about to 50%. So sorry, I know you're not supposed to touch it, but there's really no way to tell how dry it is unless you actually touch it. So I just make sure not to break the cast. So at this point, I'm really doing this. It's really getting in that volume. And again, if you have problems with frizz, probably not what you want to do. And see how here I'm like taking and pushing it up? That's really what starts to build my frizz. I'm not too worried about it right now because I'm about to do Smasters, but you'll see. So, I just, sorry to keep going back, but also my camera after a certain amount of time cuts off and it'll end the video on us, so I figured I'd just come and let you see my progress as we go. And as you see, like I have a hair right here that's not curling too well, so I'll take my blow dryer and go ahead and leave it for the 10 seconds. That'll kind of help to form that and set it in place. Sometimes. When I do Smasters, I just really work on that one part if it's what's up with him today. Some days you have pieces that just don't want to play. See, again, I'm pushing against my hair and letting it dry. Okay, I feel like that's good enough for now. I feel like I'm doing kind of everything halfway today because I'm trying to fit this into as small a video as possible. So, again, my hair might not turn out quite as good as normal, but at least you'll be able to see the techniques I'm using. Okay, so now for Smasters. For Smasters, I use this gel. It's called Extreme. This huge tub, which is as big as my head, was $3, like $2.94 at Walmart. It is sticky. So that is one of the drawbacks of it. But with Smasters, you need to wet your little hands. So I wet them with warm water, put the product on, and sometimes I mix it with lube, which I am going to probably do today. And this is the lube I use. Called Warm Touch. It doesn't have glycerin, and I get it at Dollar Tree, and so I'm gonna mix just a little bit of that, and then I put a little bit more water with the gel until it's not sticky, and you can feel the difference. So don't need a lot of product because I have a ton in my hair, so I'm gonna use about that much, and that is the gel alone. I haven't wet my hands yet, but I'm about to, but I just don't want to turn on the water. Okay, and then for this, I'm going to put about a little blob like that of the gel. And I'm going to mix those two together. And I'm going to turn on the water now. So sorry, it's going to be loud. And unfortunately, I'm going to turn that down now that it's warm. I do have to keep the water running, so I know it's wasteful, but I don't have a choice because I got this stuff all over my hands. And basically what you're doing here is it's going to re-wet my hair. And again, I've played around with this method all different ways to try to see what works best. I'm telling you again, what works best for my hair might not work best for yours. So I'm going to keep doing that same amount of product over and over again until I get through my whole head. Okay, so now I'm going to do my roots because I really want those guys to have product. I have tried mousse, and honestly, I don't get the hold up top to give me the volume and that I do with gel. And mousse in the lengths of my hair makes my hair stringy and feel a little greasy at the ends, and it's like, it just looks very stringy at the ends. Thanks guys for watching this. I was really nervous about doing this, but I had a lot of people ask me about my routine, and so, once somebody asked me about a video, I was like, that's probably the easiest way to do this. So I appreciate y'all taking the time to watch it. Okay, see how this is kind of frizzing here? I'm just going to get some more water and just really scrunch that in. That's, for me, key. And I know a lot of you girls want clumps. I don't necessarily, because for me, more clumps equals less volume. So I try to find a happy medium. Because as you can see, as I'm using the Smasters, my hair is getting clumpier. Some of these pieces are starting to clump back together, and I don't know what's up with the side of my head today. It's probably because I didn't wait for it to start to cast before I started drying, but that's okay. We're all in this together, ladies. And I'm just going to scrunch really, really good. And I can feel like where I still have cast, I'm trying to break all that cast and add more product and more moisture. And as my hands are getting sticky again, I'm not adding more product, but I am adding more water. And I know this takes a little bit longer just because you're re-wetting your hair. Sorry, I'm not watching the camera, I'm watching the mirror. But to me, this step right here is, the difference in my hair is incredible. So I've tried to go without, but it's just better I don't. Okay, so you see, like, it started to clump back up, which is fine. Okay, so now, this to me is important. A lot of us have kind of flat tops where there's not a lot of curl, and this is my secret to getting that to curl on top. Again, might not work for you. I keep putting that disclaimer in there because I feel like so many times we feel like, I just made a post about this, we feel like failures because, oh my gosh, she has the most beautiful curls. What is she doing? Her hair's similar to mine. What is she doing? I'm going to try that and see if it works. And then when it doesn't, you think your hair's just awful. Or there's something wrong with your technique or something wrong with your products or whatever it is. And it's not necessarily true. So this is the shirt that I plopped in. So it is damp, which is what I want. And I'm going to take and squish, really squish and hold. And that's going to really start to, and I'm going to do that right up to my roots. And again, this might create a little frizz. See, I've got a little bit going on there. But I think that's because I didn't get enough water in there to begin with. That one spot tends to frizz on me. I don't know why. But again, I'm not too concerned with frizz. I just got to be honest about that. At least not in little spots like that. If I was all over frizzy, it'd be different. So again, just kind of pulling that hair away from my head. Scrunch it up. Just make sure your t-shirt is nice and damp here, because you don't want to really be taking the moisture out. That's not what I'm doing with this. I'm just kind of still working that product and forming those curls, especially on top. See how it's forming the curls? That's what you want here. And I know this video is going to be long. I'm sorry, I tried not to. Okay, so now I'm going to flip my hair and do that still. And again, when I get to the top, I'm kind of holding, but I'm grasping my hair and kind of giving it a little pull away from my scalp while it's clumped up. That way it's scrunched still, but I'm pulling it off my scalp, because I think that's where a lot of our volume issues come from, is coming out of a plop, our hair is plastered to our scalp. I see posts about it all the time. Okay, so now you see the difference. I already have some volume going on. And I've also got curls coming more to the top. So that's the first step. Now I'm going to go back to diffusing. And with this, same method as before. The difference is, as I start to get further into the diffusing, I'm going to start to really lift those roots. So right now I'm going to concentrate on getting things started. Once I start to get a cast, that's when I'll go ahead and start to diffuse those roots. So I don't figure you need to sit here and watch me diffuse again the same way I was doing before. So I'm going to pause you until I start the other process. And that way you don't have to sit and watch this whole thing. Okay guys, so it's starting to dry. I'm probably about 30–40% dry at this point, but I'm starting to feel the cast. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and show you the technique that I do. So I don't really have any volume. I've just been blow drying upside down like I showed you before. So now, and I'm sorry I'm going to have to do this while I blow dry while I talk. So I hope you can hear me. If not, just really pay attention to what I'm doing. And feel free to ask questions in the comments and I'll be glad to answer them. Okay, so I'm gonna take and turn my blow dryer on. Sorry, autofocus. Turn my blow dryer on and come here. Now I'm gonna use the prongs of the diffuser. That's why this one's so great, because it has those. I'm gonna push against my hair. I can feel it on my scalp lift, and that's what you want. And then I'm gonna back it off, maybe about an inch from my hair. And you still want to feel that push. And I'm gonna do that for about 10 seconds, and then I'm gonna turn it down to cool for about another 10 seconds. And I'm even gonna use my cool shot here for a few seconds. Once I feel it cool on my head, I'm going to turn it off. And that's really going to help to get that volume. And I'm going to just keep doing that everywhere. And then when you're doing upside down, that's the best. So I'm going to take and push, push. And then while I have it upside down, while I have it upside down, I'm going to take and let my hair dangle into the bowl of the diffuser, because think about it, your hair is now dangling, and that is going to cause it to dry like that. And I'm just using my fingers right now to kind of pull it up just a little bit. Again, you don't want to do it to where you break that cast. And I'm going to use my cool shot here. That cool shot really helps to just kind of seal it in place. And then I'm going to do it here. And I kind of move it around until I feel that resistance, because that's how I get the frizz up top. I told you I manipulate my roots a lot, but again, Texas girl, big hair, don't care. So once I get to that spot, I'm going to back it off a little bit and really let gravity do its work here. And then cool shot. And I'm going to keep doing that everywhere on my scalp, really. So think about how you want your hair final product to be as far as your roots go, and use your diffuser to manipulate that. So see, like how it's away from my head because I want that side volume. So I have kind of used the fingers of my diffuser to pull it away from my scalp a little bit. Now I'm diffusing away from my scalp. Cool shot. Because that cool air is really going to help to just kind of lock your hair into place. And see, again, I'm holding it away from my hair. I've got about a good inch between my diffuser and my scalp. And then the full shot. Before CG. The only thing I used was it's a 10 leave-in, which is not CG safe. That's the only thing I ever used. No gel, no mousse, no nothing. And I wore my hair different every day, but I usually heat styled. I only washed a couple of times a week. And would heat style about the same because, well, sometimes I would change it up between washes, but I usually just did that. And so it was scary for me to use product. I mean, I'm 41 years old and hadn't really used product since I was in my teens. Because I grew up in the 80s and early 90s, so it was all about I had perms when I was young because my hair was so bored straight it wouldn't even hold a curl. And then I had kids, and I don't know where all this came from, but I'm thankful. But my point to that being, I was so scared of product. So I'd use a tiny, tiny bit. And I just really struggled with how my hair was looking in the very beginning. And I started out with mousse, and that did not work for my hair. And so that kind of threw me off too. And so I had a few setbacks early on. Now I'm only about 2.5 months in at this point, maybe not quite. But my hair and I have had an intimate relationship for years. So I was already doing protein treatments and deep moisture treatments, all that prior to CG. Just because I've really been in tune with my hair through the years. I've dyed my hair, had my first whites. Sorry I'm telling you all this, but I'm killing time. Had my first whites when I was 17, and so I've dyed my hair since I was 19. I've been red, I've been brown, I've been blonde. My natural is dark blonde. And so I've done a lot of bleaching and everything, but my hair has never really suffered from it because I've taken such good care to put back in what it needs when I'm doing those things. And I would rather take multiple processes through time to get it where I need instead of just ruining it. Maybe it's vanity. But as girls, we identify a lot of our beauty and our self-esteem with our hair. That's why we're all here, is to make sure our hair is healthy and good. So I know you guys won't judge. Thank you for that. But I watched Linda's video because every time I touch my hair, it'd just be horrible. So I was like, I told my daughter, she's the one who got me into this. I told her, oh, scrunching's not for me. I can't scrunch. And she said, me neither. And then separately, without talking to each other, we both watched Linda's video, and I tried it. And so did she. And it changed everything for us. Now I've scrunched the snot out of my hair, and it's wonderful. So it wasn't that I was not liking scrunching. It was that I wasn't doing it enough to benefit from it. Okay, I'm going to turn that off for a second. So now you can see. I mean, see? Starting to get the volume. And so, I know it's crazy. My casts are always insane. So now, I'm going to take and put it completely against my scalp and take and move it just a little bit. And that's really going to push those hairs up. Turn it on. And then I'm going to rotate it and kind of pull up. And that's going to help. And sometimes, again, I know you're not supposed to use your fingers, but I do it very gently. I also sometimes use a wide tooth comb to do it and just pull it up like that. That's another option. I don't like that as much because I feel like I get a weird kink in my hair when I use a wide tooth comb. So sometimes, or another option, like I told my daughter, take and use the fingers to pull up this side and then come to this side, pull that side up, and then just let it sit on top of your head. But again, that's going to push the curls against your head. But if you do that while you're upside down and then pull the diffuser a little bit away, that works. So I have learned my hair does not like to be diffused 100%. Not at all. I mean, it is terrible if I do. So it gets very fluffy. So I'm going to diffuse to about maybe 85–90%. And then let it air dry the rest of the way. See, again, pushing against where my hair is. And that's just going to give me that volume that y'all saw in my pictures, the ones who saw those. Very important it can go side to side. So basically that's all it is. Please, please, please feel free to ask any questions. No questions are stupid. I see that all the time. It makes me so sad. This is one of the best groups of women and admins that I've come across. Everybody is so uplifting. I appreciate it so much. I really, really do. And I'm gonna stop and see, lots of volume, lots of volume. It's sticking up like an inch from my head. Now, some days, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this. Some days, right here, just from the weight, wants to lay flatter. Just, I don't have quite as many layers towards the back, and this is a unicorn cut that I gave myself. But I will take, let me see, I don't think I have any up here. Oh, yeah, I do. Just kidding. I will take these clips, and I'm going to try to do it very gently because I don't think I'm going to need to do it today, but I'll run it down the whole one side of my part, put it in, and pull it a little bit to where it creates that little loop. The more I've gotten comfortable with the technique that I'm showing you today, the less I'm having to do this. The only time I really have to do this is when I have to go out of the house and my hair is only about 50% dry. Like if I do the Smasters and then don't really dry it any after because I'm in a hurry, then I need to do this because I'm not going to get this type of volume. So again, thank you ladies so much for watching my video, and hopefully I didn't come across as annoying and a complete idiot because I'm full of nerves right now. But please ask any questions. I am going to a basketball game with my son tonight, so if I don't get back with you right away, when I get home tonight, I'll answer any questions, and I'll try to look here and there between. So have an amazing day. I'm sorry this video was long, and remember, we're all in this together.